Welcome class 8 in our e-learning class. Come to page number 90. We will just complete today this chapter, understanding marginalization. So I live in a Muslim dominated area, page number 90. Okay children, page number 90. I live in a Muslim dominated area. Some days back during Ramzan, there was some disturbance that started taking a communal outlook. My brother and I had gone for an iftar party in the neighborhood and were dressed in traditional clothes, that is, sherwani and salwar kameez respectively. On returning home, my brother and I were asked to change our clothes to jeans and t-shirt. Now, when everything is fine, I wonder what was the reason that we were asked to change our clothes and why I don't find it odd. Were our clothes giving away our identity? And is that identity linked to all kinds of fears and discrimination? So nice question. It is asked over here. Just in the above section of this chapter, we saw how in the case of the Muslim community there is a link between economic and social marginalization. Earlier in this chapter, you read about the situation of Adivashis. In your class 7 book, you read about the unequal status of women in India. The experiences of all these groups point to the fact that marginalization is a complex phenomenon requiring a variety of strategies, measures and safeguards to redress this situation. All of us have a stake in protecting the rights defined in the Constitution and the laws and policies framed to realize these rights. Without this, we will never be able to protect the diversity that makes our country unique or realize the state's commitment to promote equality for all. Now the conclusion. In this chapter, we have tried to understand that what it means to be a marginalized community. We have tried to look at this through the experiences of different marginalized communities. There are different reasons for each of these communities being marginalized. Each experiences marginalization in different ways. We have also seen that marginalization is linked to experiencing disadvantage, prejudice and powerlessness. In India, there are several more marginalized communities like Dalits, of whom you will read more in the next chapter. Marginalization results in having a low social status and not having equal access to education and other resources. Yet the lives of marginalized people can and do change. Thus, no one is marginalized all the time in exactly the same way. If we go back to the new examples of marginalization we have discussed, we will see that each of these groups has a long history of struggle and resistance. Marginalized communities want to maintain their cultural distinctiveness while having access to rights, development and other opportunities. Okay. In the next chapter, we will read about how different groups have confronted marginalization. So the next chapter, we have to come to know about how people confronted this marginalization. The Sachar Committee report also debunked other prevalent myths about Muslims. It is commonly believed that the Muslims prefer to send their children to madrasas. The figures show that only 4% of Muslim children are in madrasas, whereas 66% attend government schools and 30% private schools. So children, we can see another thing which is given here. The Sachar Committee report also debunked other prevalent myths about the Muslims. So here we have come to know about the marginalization. So children, you do one thing. This chapter we have completed today, and again I am suggesting the same thing. Kindly read the chapter thoroughly. You will get insight questions from this chapter, because whatever I have seen, the exercise questions they are quite descriptive in nature. So if our exam is not in that pen and paper mode, then this question answers will be of not that much use or that much beneficial for us. But the reading of the chapter with lots of attention and with lots of care and concentration, it will always prove beneficial for us. So read the chapter properly. Let us just see what sort of questions are given in the exercise. Write in your own words 2 or more sentences of what you understand by the word marginalization. It is totally up to you what you have understood. List 2 reasons why Adivashis are becoming increasingly marginalized. This one, it is quite clear from this chapter only, because here we have come to know that the ways in which they are getting marginalized. Okay, their language, their dress, and all these things are there. Write 1 reason. Why do you think the Constitution safeguards to protect minority communities? Write 1 reason. Why do you think the Constitution's safeguards to protect minority communities are very important? Otherwise, they will also become extinct one day. The trees cannot be found anymore in this world. The whole community will get vanished from this world if their protection is not seen by the government. Reread the section on minorities and marginalization. What do you understand by the term minority? This one also you can write what we have seen, these minorities and marginalization. This one, minorities and marginalization. From here we can write, though these answers are quite descriptive in nature. So that's why I'm saying, children, instead of these questions which are given in this exercise, you kindly read the chapter properly. You read the chapter properly, because you will get inside questions from this chapter. Okay. So take care of your health, remain happy, stay blessed. Bye all of you, and follow the e-portal every time. Bye.